Welcome to the KBB Review podcast. I'm Matt Baker, and this is another special episode all about the KBB Review Retail and Design Awards. Last month, right before the festive break, we announced the finalist of the awards. So well done to all those going through to the next stage of judging. More on that in a later episode. But today we're talking to some of those finalists to hear a little bit about why they entered and what it means to be a finalist. And while we have them, it's always nice to check in with KBB people to see how they're feeling about the year ahead. Before that, a huge thank you needs to go out to our awards podcast sponsor, Sonas Bathrooms. It's great to have their continued support, as between now and the event on Thursday, April the 24th at the Blackpool Tower Ballrooms, we'll be bringing you more special bonus episodes all about the awards and celebrate the very best talent our industry has to offer. You can find out everything you need to know about our awards podcast sponsor, Sonas Bathrooms, at sonasbathrooms.com, and I'll make sure that link is in the episode description. While we're talking housekeeping, there are still some seats left for the industry's biggest awards. Just think, if you had a chance to spend quality time in a room for the UK's most successful independent kitchen and bathroom retailers, what opportunities could you create for yourself and your company? In an industry like ours, nothing beats the relationships built through face-to-face interactions. And the 2025 awards provide that unmissable opportunity to forge and strengthen those valuable connections. So whether it's to represent your brand, entertain key clients, network with industry leaders and influencers, or leverage social media to showcase your attendance and amplify your visibility, or simply, just to have fun and support independent retail after a year of ups and downs, you can book your place by going to kbbreview.com/awards. Now, on with the show. So today I'm joined by two finalists up for New Kitchen Retailer of the Year. It's Andy Barwell from Turnwell Kitchens in Chichester. Hello, Andy.
Hi, how are you doing?
All good, thank you. And our second special guest is a finalist in not one, not two, but all three of our bathroom design categories. It's Sophie Harrold from Simply Bathrooms in Surbiton. Hello, Sophie.
Hi there.
Now, we'll get into that in a bit, Sophie, because we believe that you're probably the first designer to be a finalist in all three bathroom categories, but we can talk about that later. First of all, can you tell us a little bit about Simply Bathrooms?
I guess the first thing to say is that Simply Bathrooms is a business that I've grown together with my husband, Neil, and it's something that we're really passionate about. We've got an amazing team. They all work so hard alongside us, and it just feels like a family together. It's really quite a personal service that we offer. And yeah, we specialise in bespoke, design-led full bathroom projects. We're quite unique in that respect. I think there's a lot of companies out there that might do part of the retail, the product supply, or they might do installation, but we do full design, supply and installation. So it kind of takes the clients through every step of the process, and it's a full turnkey service. And then, it's mid to high end. We balance luxury with real sort of functionality and practicality, and it's really, truly unique. I really sort of hang my hat on that last point, so to speak, because I really sort of stand over the design process. We really personalise each space. Every single customer is so different, and so is each one of our bathrooms. So each bathroom really reflects that, the customer's styles and needs, and that's what gives us our USP.
Absolutely. And Andy, Turnwell Kitchens, what's your elevator pitch?
I'll probably have to take you back to our history first before we get to Turnwell. So myself and Paul Turner, Andy Barwell. So that's kind of where Turnwell came from. We started over 15 years ago as designers at different home-based showrooms, Portsmouth and Chichester. And we used to compete year on year to be top of the company. And then when Bunnings took over Homebase 8 years ago, our business journey started. Our first showrooms, we got Kitchen House, is in one in Chichester in 2017, then in Romsey in 18, Petersfield in 20, and Whiteley in 23. Then we felt we were missing a large part of the market's traditional offering. Therefore, in August 24, Turnwell Kitchens was created to work alongside them and fill the gap in our extensive list of products and capabilities. We have used our experience in the structure of having the showrooms for the last 7 years to make Turnwell's in the best position it could be, with our staff and our installation teams, making sure recommends come in regularly. Our clients are not just receiving beautiful kitchens at good prices, but we're making sure that service received is also second to none. This also allowed us to make our own personal mark. So our kitchens being handmade in the south of England was also very important. We're conscious of cutting our carbon footprint. The timber and the panels used in our furniture are sourced from certified forests. We're also keen to make sure our waste is kept at a minimum and waste products to be reused where possible. The journey to finding our supplier took almost half a year, and our showroom 3 months to finish to the high standard we expect. We built our own website and our own brochures And hopefully our hard work is kind of visible when visiting our showroom in Chichester.
Let's start with you, Sophie, just on the first question here. So how was, first of all, your 2024? I mean, obviously it ended quite well, but what are you expecting from the year ahead as well?
Well, starting with 2024, it was a really fantastic but quite a challenging year. We've been busier than ever, which is amazing, but it's also brought about some exciting challenges, especially around managing growth for our business. So I think overall in the marketplace, especially within bathrooms, it's been fairly level this year, or many companies have seen a decline. We've been really fortunate. We've been above the market average in growth, but we've really had to manage that growth responsibly. In like the second quarter, we took the decision to change the team structure and recruit into the business. So we had to give the new teams time to bed in. So we wanted to manage that growth in line with that business plan. So it's been really positive, but we've had to take one step at a time, set ourselves up ready for the next year. So the next year, on the sort of the back of that conversation, is going to be huge for us. So we've already sort of kicked it off with these nominations, which is fabulous. But actually, we've got two really exciting things happening. Neil and I have just found a new site, and we're super excited to be moving to a larger studio space. And it's basically a much improved environment for our team, and it's a better place to sort of showcase the design, and it'll be much more immersive for our customers because it is such like an interior design-led design service. It'll just give us that space and freedom to have clients into the showroom and studio and have a bit more space. So yeah, big office move, and we're doing the design and the move as we speak. And then hand in hand with that, and this is exciting too, is we are doing a rebranding. So in the last year, I've just been working on the rebranding. Neil would say I've massively missed the deadline and taken far too long, but I would say that I've just taken the time to get it right. But yeah, our old branding was something that we did in a Word document years ago, and we've outgrown it. Now we're creating these beautiful, unique bathrooms that are quite special and they feel different, and the branding didn't reflect that. So as we move forward and we've got the big year ahead, we've now got new branding ready to go, which we'll be launching in the next month, that really suits us and feels a little bit more us. So very exciting. So we'll be really looking forward to that.
Yeah, exciting times for you. And what's the future looking like for Turnwell Kitchens, Andy?
Business is good at the end of 2024. It ended well. We've started really well this year. I think maybe we underestimated how long from opening it would take to establish the brand and the kind of cost we put into the showroom. But we're in the mindset that this needs to be perfect, and the extra time it's taken has been well worth it. We're now kind of over that hump from opening, and it's very promising. And this year is all about building the brand and making our future clients know exactly what we do and why they should trust us with the kitchen project.
Excellent. And obviously I'm talking to you guys because you've obviously both entered the awards to get to this point. Why take time out of your busy schedule to enter the awards? Sophie?
Well, honestly, it's not something we've done before. We've had quite a small team as we've been growing, and we've been more focused on like the work itself and our clients. But this year, I don't know, I really felt like it was important to celebrate the company's achievement and the quality of work we've been producing. The projects we're delivering right now really reflect the sort of creativity and all the attention to detail that we've become known for. And it just really felt like the right time to put ourselves out there a bit more. And then I guess networking, and I don't say that lightly because I think it's almost a dirty word, networking. When you say it, people associate it with like it being very corporate or people just getting ahead for themselves. But actually, in my experience, it's been quite the opposite. And it's been more about making friends, establishing new contacts, learning from people. I'm very new to this industry, and the awards are just the perfect way to sort of build up relationships in the industry, learn from others, and really be part of a community that's, from my perspective, seems to be really striving to push forward within design. We've got some amazing showrooms in close by areas to us, and we're good friends with them, and we want to take a sort of step back from the day-to-day and actually celebrate our successes with them and be side by side. We've got Bathroom 11 and Stone and Chrome, all fantastic businesses, so it'll be nice to be alongside them at these awards. I think they're nominated in some of the same categories as me, so it's quite exciting for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And same question to you, Andy. Why enter?
Same again, really. We've never entered any awards before. Back in 23, we visited Wigmore Street in London to get some inspiration for the new showroom. And we've always been aware of the KBB Design Awards, but kind of got brought to light when we visited Solar Kitchens. Finding out what it meant to them to win Kitchen Retailer of the Year, I think was back in 2022. I kind of really stuck in my mind. We see this award as a pinnacle of our industry. It would be, to be honest with you, the only awards we'd ever consider to enter.
It's lovely to hear that. I think as well, you it's sort of like word of mouth. You see what it does for other businesses, and obviously, especially for a new retailer, it can really help give a kickstart and a bit of, maybe those, cold winter days when you're feeling a bit, work is hard and you're tired. And then you think about, well, yeah, we are an award winner, potentially. So yeah, it's good for business. Just on that then, what does it mean to be a finalist, therefore, when you have entered? Like, how do you guys say leverage that sort of stuff as a business? Sophie, what about you?
It does sound quite cheesy, but for me personally, it's just such a proud moment. Neil and I have spent such a lot of time working so hard to build the business up. So something like this is just a great moment to reflect on, like, the challenges, what we've faced, how far we've come. So yeah, I'm, as everybody in this industry, whether it's kitchens or bathrooms, that no doubt agree with me that it's super hard work, especially on the installation side, and making those designs look as picture perfect as they are on paper in reality. So I think it's super important that we celebrate these moments, because we get caught up in the day-to-day, so we forget to acknowledge it. So just being a finalist, it's massive. And I know the nominations are in my name, but it really feels like, on the back of that, it's a proud moment for all of us in our office. We're all really excited because, when I'm designing, somebody else is answering the phone, or to get those designs to look good on site, it takes a lot of work on logistics and ordering and all these other things. So behind me, as they say, it takes a village to raise a child. And behind me, we've got a brilliant team in our office. And I just think for all of us, it's just a huge honour and a little bit of validation that we're being recognised, and gives us, like you said, on those cold mornings and hard days, it just gives us the confidence to keep pushing ourselves and keep raising the bar.
Absolutely. And then what about you, Andy? What does it mean to you?
To be recognised as a finalist means everything. We put so much work into the showroom and building the brand of Turnwell. It feels good. When we found out, probably like 10 minutes later, I made sure there was a tag on our website so other people were aware. That's kind of how we feel about it, basically.
The next stage is the face-to-face judging. So how do you prepare for something like that, Sophie?
For me, it's all about being authentic and being, true to ourselves in the process, and just talk it through, really. We put hundreds and hundreds of hours into the projects, across design and meetings, deliberating over all those small, finer details. With the customers personally, we spend so much time on. I think my problem might be the opposite of a lot of people. I'll have to make sure I don't talk too much because I'm so obsessed with the work we do and the detail. It'll be about actually not boring everybody to death and talking them all into a coma and getting overexcited. I'll have to just sort of make sure that I'm a bit more precise, I think, and just keep to the detail.
Well, that's why the judges are very talkative as well. So it could be an explosion. It'd be good.
I guess the key thing is about talking about my favourite features of the bathrooms and the areas where we've blended the creativity with practicality perfectly, which really sort of sits with our brand.
And I guess as well, you're preparing for 3 different presentations.
Yeah, it is a lot of work, but it's not going to be difficult because I've really had to live and breathe those projects and I know them inside out. So I think just be true to the process and how we went through it with the client, talk about the details. I know it all intricately, so it shouldn't be a problem.
And Andy, over to you. You've got a site visit as a new retailer. So how do you prepare for that?
We're quite relaxed. All the hard work we've put into the showroom will be apparent, hopefully, when we have the visit. We expect a high level from our showroom staff every day, no matter kind of who's in the showroom. So definitely a lot of excitement and nerves. But other than that, we're just looking forward to it, really.
And yeah, of course, regardless of the result, what are your plans for the evening? How are you going to approach the night of the awards, Sophie?
Well, it's obviously an excuse just to get a giant bottle of champagne and drink it regardless. But I suppose, jokes aside, the finalist nominations were more than I could have hoped for already. So, exactly to that analogy of the champagne, I feel like I've won already and I'm just going to enjoy the evening and really celebrate regardless. The podcast, when I eventually listened to it, it really did make my day, week, month, I was just over the moon, and it's hard to sort of put into words, but I didn't expect to have a career change over the age of 40 and for Neil and I to work on the business together and for it to start coming together and get to this stage. It's just, important that we recognise that as just being the finalist as being a huge achievement. So I'm just proud to be part of it. And I guess the final point is, it's just a nice opportunity for Neil and I to take a step back from the day-to-day running of the business, which is mad and fun, but hectic, and just enjoy, appreciate all the hard work that's gone into getting there and enjoy it. And obviously Blackpool itself, it's a rite of passage for people. from up north going on the Pepsi Max. So I want to get up there early and get on the pleasure beach too.
It's a beautiful ballroom. Obviously, it's going to be pretty special.
Fair enough. Don't be expecting any good dancing from me, though. I tell you, ballroom floor or no ballroom floor, I'm absolutely terrible.
Yeah, well, that's what the drink's for, just to help.
That's what a big bottle of champagne's for.
And then, Andy, what are your plans? Are you there to party?
I think both myself and my business partner, Paul, are looking forward to enjoying the evening with our wives. It's kind of a chance to relax, network with all these amazing businesses and share best practices. We're kind of always learning. I want to make sure we keep up and exceed our clients' expectations. Love to take the award home too, and the affiliation that comes with that. Yeah, we're just going to enjoy ourselves, really.
Yeah, it's going to be a really special night. So best of luck to both of you. I must say to the listeners that just because Sophie and Andy have appeared on this podcast, it's no indication of a win. It's just there's a lot of judging still to go. But obviously, you're two really great guys to have a chat to. So to you both, thanks so much for talking to us today. And we'll see you in April in Blackpool.
Absolutely. Thank you. Good luck, Andy.
Good luck, Sophie. See you then.
Thanks.
So now we move on to the next stage of judging, and I'll be bringing you the thoughts of our judges from the face-to-face meetings. We'll get a full review of what they've seen and if there's any trends emerging. A big thank you again to our awards podcast sponsor, Sonas Bathrooms. We really couldn't do it without you, so thank you. And as I said earlier, if you want to make sure that you're there in the room at the industry's biggest awards, you can book your tickets now at kbbreview.com/awards. So until next time, take care of yourselves and goodbye for now.